think it's a tough adjustment for her, but I think it's pretty great.
It would be. She's full of grace, so
Yeah.
she's got it on lock. This movie is about looking forward, and you just celebrated a birthday. Happy belated.
54.
But I think, birthdays, we all tend to kind of look toward the future. So what does your next chapter look like?
It's interesting. I think probably directing a lot more and acting a lot less. I think it's that's a natural progression mostly for actors. I think that happens if you look at the career arc of most actors. It gets harder and harder to do it, and the parts are very different and stuff. That's why this is a fun one to do too. But I don't know. I have a lot of things I want to get done in life, and I have to figure out some of them.
Right.
I'm newly married, and we have things we want to do together too. So I don't know yet.
I think a lot of people would like to see you run for office at some point.
I tell you why. I really wouldn't. I would never do it, and I don't want to, and I don't have an interest in it. First of all, doesn't it look like fun? Doesn't it look like it would be such a good time? But I don't have to make compromises.
Right.
My father ran for Congress. I saw what it took, and I've worked on a lot of campaigns. I don't have to make any of those kind of compromises. I can find a subject that I think is important to shine a light on and go after it. And I don't have to worry that, well, I'm pissing off a constituency that might be donating to my campaign.
Sure.
I have a much easier path to try and getting things done than I think I would ever do in politics.
Well, and you mentioned Amal, and I think at this point you must know that the world is just in awe of this amazing woman.
She's amazing.
What's something that you've learned from her?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things I've learned. Some of them I would tell you and some I wouldn't. But the one thing I would say is that she has the ability to draw people in who can look at her for her intellect and for the work that she does. And the fact that she happens to also be very fashionable and stunning is just ends up being the bonus. It doesn't end up that's not what drives the story. So
Yeah.
It's not, oh, let's talk about her looks and her outfit first. It's really interesting when she goes to the International Court of Appeals and is talking about the Armenian genocide and being asked by Entertainment Tonight, about the Armenian genocide. Well, that's in some ways, it's not something she's used to either, but in many ways that's actually a good thing because it's going to see a lot more people that are going to at least understand those kind of questions. And I think that there's some real good in it. I think it's a tough adjustment for her, but I think it's pretty great.